My old pickup starts with a stubborn sound, still carrying dreams from this little town. Rust on the fenders, miles on the tires, but it's fueled by memories that never tire. Daddy bought it in '69, said take good care and it'll treat you fine. Every scratch tells a story true, every road reminds me of you. We drove to church every Sunday morn, fields of wheat and rows of corn, Mama humming soft beside the door, like she'd done 1,000 times before. After service we'd stop downtown, everybody knew everybody around. Coffee cups and friendly smiles made every trip feel worth the miles. The map may change from year to year, but home is always waiting here. The old pickup knows the way home, even when I feel alone. Past the river, past the hill, past the old red sawmill. Every mile brings back a song, reminding me where I belong. The old pickup knows the way, and somehow so does my heart today. Now my grandson rides beside me, asking how this truck still runs so free. I tell him, son, it's more than steel. It's every memory that these wheels can feel. He laughs and rolls the window down, listening to that country sound. The same old songs I loved back then are finding new young hearts again. When my traveling days are through and these old roads fade from view, leave this truck beneath the tree where home has always waited for me. The old pickup knows the way home, through every season life has shown. Past the mailbox, past the gate, where love has always learned to wait. If tomorrow brings my final ride, I'll leave this world with grateful pride, because every road I've ever known led this old country boy back home. The finest journeys aren't measured by the miles we've driven, they're measured by the people waiting when we get home. There's an old dirt road where the blackbirds fly, beneath a wide and weathered sky. A white fence leans by the pasture gate, like it's been patiently learning to wait. The mailbox stands where it always did, still wearing the number Daddy painted in red. Though the paint is cracked cracked and the years have flown, it still feels like the place called home. Every morning Mama swept the porch, coffee brewing while the daylight poured. The old AM radio softly played songs that never seemed to fade. Grandpa worked the fields until sunset came, never asking fortune or fame. His hands were rough, his heart was kind, the strongest man I'll ever find. Grandma stitched quilts through winter nights, under a warm and gentle light. Every thread she carefully sewed, wrapped our family in love untold. Neighbors stopped without a call, sharing laughter through the fall. Nobody left without a smile, or sitting down to talk a while. Looking back through all these years, the smallest moments shine the clearest. Life was never rich in gold, but every memory still warms my soul. The mailbox still remembers your name, though nothing around it stays the same. The porch light still burns in my mind, like it never left those nights behind. Every country road still leads me there, to the love we learned to share. If I could turn this old heart around, I'd be back on that familiar ground. My grandson rode beside me today, asking why I smiled that way. I pointed toward the gravel lane and told him every old road has a name. I said, this is where your family grew, where every promise always rang true, where Sunday dinners filled the room, and every spring brought flowers into bloom. He looked at me with quiet eyes, watching birds across the skies, then softly reached and took my hand, like somehow he could understand. Someday these boots will rest at last, beside the fields of seasons past, but leave my guitar upon that chair, so the songs can still be waiting there. If heaven has a country lane, a weathered porch after the rain, a rocking chair beneath the trees, that's where you'll find the best of me. The mailbox still remembers your name, just like the old oak. No rolling like a train. Love keeps calling me again. When my journey reaches home someday, I know exactly where I'll stay, where every sunset feels the same, and the mailbox still has your name. Some names disappear from the mailbox, but they never disappear from the hearts that love them. There's a weathered porch on Cedar Lane, still standing strong through the wind and rain. Its paint is faded, its boards may creak, but it's held our story every week. Daddy carved our names into that rail. Mama laughed beneath the evening veil. The smell of coffee filled the morning air, and every sunrise found us gathered there. Saturday mornings came soft and slow, with the radio playing songs we'd know. Grandma sang while the biscuits rose. Grandpa smiled in his old work clothes. Neighbors stopped without a call. No one ever felt too small. A handshake meant more than words could say. That's how we lived back in the day. Time keeps moving like an old freight train, but love still calls my name. Take me back to the porch where love grew old, where every story's worth more than gold, where Mama prayed before each meal, and Daddy taught us what was real. If I could live those years once more, I'd walk right through that old screen door. Take me back where my heart still knows, to the porch where love grew old. Now I sit where Daddy used to be, watching my grandkids climb that tree. They laugh the way we used to laugh, running barefoot down the grassy path. The world outside has changed so much, but nothing beats that gentle touch. A family gathered side by side, with open hearts and country pride. One day these boots will rest for good beneath the oak behind the wood, but every song the robins sing will bring back every precious thing. Take me back to the porch where love grew old, where faithful hearts were brave and bold, where every goodbye meant see you soon beneath the harvest moon. As long as there's a sky above, I'll thank the Lord for simple love. Take me back before I roam, to the porch that made my heart a homes are remembered because of their walls. Some best ones are remembered because of the love they held. Every morning just before the dawn, Mama's kitchen light was always on. The coffee pot would start to sing, while robins welcomed early spring. Daddy laced his old work boots, buttoned up his faded flannel suit. He'd tip his hat before he'd leave and kiss Mama gently on the cheek. The screen door whispered in the breeze, the old oak danced with autumn leaves. Grandma's laughter filled the air, love was growing everywhere. The radio played those country tunes from breakfast time until high noon. Simple songs with honest words, the truest stories ever heard. Back then we never rushed the day. We found joy in simple ways. The coffee pot is still warm, though so many years have gone. Every cup still tastes like home, no matter where I roam. Every sunrise brings me back to that little gravel track where love was served with every smile, and life was slow a while. Now my children come around with little footsteps on the ground. They ask me how life used to be. I smile and point toward the maple tree. I tell them stories of those days, of Sunday hymns and country grace, of neighbors stopping just to talk, and evening prayers before our walk. One day these old hands will rest after giving life my best. But every melody I leave behind will live forever in their minds. The coffee pot is still warm, like the love that carried on, though time has mornings begin with the sunrise. The best ones begin with family. Daddy's old Chevrolet still sits in the shed with faded blue paint and a hood of red. The keys still hang on the rusty nail beside his worn-out fishing pail. He'd crank it up before sunrise came. Every morning looked the same. Coffee in one hand, lunchbox tight, heading to work before daylight. The radio hummed those country songs, the kind that stayed your whole life long. Every chorus told the truth about hard work, faith, and you. Saturday afternoons we'd wash that truck, laughing even when we had no luck. Mama brought lemonade out to the drive, making ordinary moments come alive. After supper we'd take a ride, windows down the countryside, past old barns and fields of hay, watching another summer fade away. Every mailbox, every fence still carries quiet evidence of a life built slow and true by hands that always follow through. Years may wear the chrome away, but love never rusts with age. Daddy's old Chevrolet still knows every road today, past the river, past the mill, climbing every country hill. Every mile reminds me why simple dreams can touch the sky. Daddy's old Chevrolet still carries me home. And my grandson rides with me, sitting where Daddy used to be. He smiles when that old engine starts, like it knows our family hearts. He asks if trucks remember names or every road they used to take. I laugh and say, maybe they do, just like old songs remember you. One day these hands will finally rest, knowing life has been well blessed. Leave that Chevy where it belongs, beside the porch and all these songs. Daddy's old Chevrolet still drives through yesterday, past the memories we've known, to the place we'll always call home. If heaven has an open road where wildflowers gently grow, save a place beside that lane. We'll take one more ride again. Some engines grow quiet with time, but the journeys they carry never stop, echoing in our hearts. There's an old white church beside the county road, where Sunday bells still carry every soul. Mama wore her favorite blue cotton dress. Daddy smiled and said, "Son, we're truly blessed." Neighbors waved from every passing truck. Nobody cared about little luck. Life was measured by the setting sun, and every hard day's work was proudly done. Those little moments never disappear. They're still alive every time I hear home was never far away. No matter where these boots would roam, a front porch swing, an old oak tree was everything I'll ever need. If I could turn these years around, I'd walk that gravel road somehow. Home was never far away. It was always living inside me. Grandpa's Ford still rattled down the lane, running strong through sunshine and through rain. Grandma baked her apple pie with care. Love was always waiting somewhere there. Friday nights beneath the courthouse lights, small town dreams beneath the summer sky. Every laugh still echoes through my mind. Some things time can never leave behind. Now my hair has turned a little gray, but those memories never fade away. Every old country song I hear brings that little hometown near. Home was never far away, though life carried me for miles. Every sunset, every country road still brings back those smiles. When my journey reaches its end, I'll hear those church bells once again. Home was never far away. It simply waited all along. Dashboard cracked, the paint worn thin, but that old Chevy always pulled us in. Windows down and the summer breeze rolling through those endless fields of green. Every station played another tune, morning sun or harvest moon, songs that told us who we really were. Every single line still feels so pure. Some roads never truly end, they just keep bringing us back radio on Route 66. Play those songs that time can't fix. Every mile tells another story. Every chorus brings back glory. If these wheels could speak today, they'd remember every yesterday. Turn up the radio on Route 66 and let my heart ride home. Truck stops filled with friendly smiles, coffee cups and conversations for miles. Every stranger soon became a friend, back when roads had no beginning or end. We never hurried toward tomorrow, never counted every joy or sorrow. Life rolled by at its own sweet pace, leaving memories no years erase. Now those highways look a little new, but my heart still drives the old ones too. Every song upon that radio still knows everywhere I used to go. Turn up the radio on Route 66 one more time before the daylight slips. Let the steel guitar softly cry underneath that western sky. As long as there's a road ahead, these old songs will never be dead. Turn up the radio on Route 66 and drive me back through time. This morning I found an old letter today, folded with care, though the ink had turned gray. It carried your handwriting, gentle and slow, from a summer long gone that I still seem to know. The coffee was brewing like mornings before. Sunlight came dancing across the old floor. Your favorite chair still waits by the fire, holding the silence that never grows tired. You wrote about dreams on that little back road, about building a life with the love that we chose. A white wooden fence and a porch painted blue, a couple of children who look just like you. We planted tomatoes beside the old pine, counted our blessings one season at a time. We never had riches the whole world could see, but every sunset was treasure to me. Years may steal the color from photographs we keep, but they can't erase the promises we made. kitchen drawer, right where it's always been before. When the nights grow quiet and memories call, your words still echo through these walls. Love doesn't leave when goodbye is said, it keeps on living inside our heads. I'll keep your letters safe and warm, like the place we always called our home. The old front porch still catches the breeze, wind chimes whisper through the maple trees. I still wave to neighbors passing by, just like we did beneath those summer skies. The grandchildren laugh where you used to stand, running barefoot across this land. Sometimes I swear, when the evening is still, I hear you singing beyond the hill. If heaven has country roads to roam, I know you'll be waiting beside our home. We'll drink sweet tea beneath the evening light, and dance once more beneath the stars tonight. I'll keep your letter in the kitchen drawer until I walk through heaven's door. Every page reminds my heart that true love never falls apart. Those seasons fade and years move on, the melody of us is never gone. I'll keep your letter close to me for all eternity. Some words are written on paper, the greatest ones are written on the heart. Every Friday after supper, we'd sit beneath the sky, Mama humming softly while the fireflies drifted by. Daddy tuned the old guitar with hands worn by the years. Every song he ever played could dry away our tears. That little house on Willow Lane still lives inside my heart. Though time has carried all of us 1,000 miles apart, the paint has cracked, the fence leans low, the mailbox wears its age, but every memory still turns another golden page. The roads grow longer every year, but somehow they all lead back here. The porch light still shines through the night, like an old country song on the radio. Never leaves you alone. Those seasons change and years roll by, love never fades away. That little porch light still shines bright, guiding the this so hard today. I still hear the screen door closing on a warm July evening. Grandma pouring sweet iced tea while Grandpa kept believing. Neighbors gathered on the porch with stories full of grace. Nobody was ever lost when kindness filled the place. The children chased the lightning bugs until the stars appeared. Back when life was measured more by laughter than by years, no fancy things could ever buy what we already knew. Home was built with faithful hearts and skies forever blue. Someday I'll bring my grandchildren to that weathered country lane. We'll sing the songs that shaped our lives, and they'll remember every refrain. The porch light still shines through the night, like it never missed a day. Every mile, every memory still finds its faithful way. The world keeps turning fast outside, but one thing stays the same. The porch light still shines through the night and softly whispers my name. The sun went down behind the old red barn. A cool breeze drifted through the fields of corn. Mama called us in before the stars were bright. Daddy closed the gate before the fall of night. An old dog sleeping by the wooden stair, Grandma humming softly in her rocking chair. The smell of fresh bread filled the little room, while laughter chased away the evening gloom. Back then we never counted what we owned, we only counted who was coming home. The last light on Maple Hill still shines inside me still, like an old song on a worn out radio. It never lets me go. Its love keeps holding on. The last light on Maple Hill will always guide me home. Daddy's boots were muddy from another day, but he always found the time to laugh and pray. Mama poured the coffee while the fire burned low. Winter winds were gentle where the maples grow. Neighbors stopped without sharing what little they had brought. No one locked their doors back then. Everybody lived like family and friends. If I could walk one road again, I'd choose that gravel lane, where every fence post knew my name, and nothing felt the same. The last light on Maple Hill still warms this heart of mine. Every mile and every memory grows sweeter over time. When my journey reaches its end, I'll hear those voices once again. The last light on Maple Hill will always lead me home. Some lights fade with passing years, but the brightest ones stay forever.
Daddy's old Chevrolet still sits in the shed, with faded blue paint and a hood of red. The keys still hang on the rusty nail beside his worn-out fishing pail. He'd crank it up before sunrise came. Every morning looked the same. Coffee in one hand, lunchbox tight, heading to work before daylight. The radio hummed those country songs, the kind that stayed your whole life long. Every chorus told the truth about hard work, faith, and youth. Saturday afternoons, we'd wash that truck, laughing even when we had no luck. Mama brought lemonade out to the drive, making ordinary moments come alive. After supper we'd take a ride, windows down the countryside, past old barns and fields of hay, watching another summer fade away. Every mailbox, every fence still carries quiet evidence of a life built slow and true by hands that always follow through. Years may wear the chrome away, but love never rusts with age. Daddy's old Chevrolet still knows every road today, past the river, past the mill, climbing every country hill. Every mile reminds me why simple dreams can touch the sky. Daddy's old Chevrolet still carries me home.
My grandson rides with me, sitting where Daddy used to be. He smiles when that old engine starts, like it knows our family hearts. He asks if trucks remember names, or every road they used to take. I laugh and say, maybe they do, just like old songs remember you. One day these hands will finally rest, knowing life has been well blessed. Leave that Chevy where it belongs, beside the porch, and all these songs. Daddy's old Chevrolet still drives through yesterday, past the memories we've known, to the place we'll always call home. If heaven has an open road where wildflowers gently grow, save a place beside that lane. We'll take one more ride again. Some engines grow quiet with time, but the journeys they carried never stop echoing in our hearts. Every morning broke with a rooster's call. Sunlight climbed that old red barn. Mama tied her apron with a gentle smile. Daddy whistled as he walked another mile. Coffee brewed on that old black stove. The radio played songs we all knew. Boots by the doorway, hats on the wall. Back then we believed we'd always have it all. Grandpa's hands were rough as weathered oak. Every wrinkle held a story never spoke. Grandma laughed while the biscuits baked. She said, love is something that you make. We chased fireflies across the field, dreaming of places beyond the hills. But every sunset found us home again, where every stranger was a friend. We never counted dollars in the bank, we counted blessings every day. The richest life I ever knew was never very far away. When the screen door sang behind us, summer never seemed to end. Every breeze carried laughter, every road led home again. If I could live one moment twice, I'd choose those simple years, where love was louder than the thunder, and hope was stronger than our fears. Now that little farmhouse wears the years, paint is fading, but the love is still here. The porch swing moves with the evening wind, like it's waiting for us all again. My children ask me what it was like growing up beneath those country skies. I tell them happiness wasn't bought, it lived inside the hearts we brought. Time keeps rolling like a freight train song, taking yesterday before too long. But memories never lose their way, they find us at the close of every day. Sometimes I close my eyes and hear Daddy calling from the yard, Mama humming through the kitchen window, healing every scar. When the screen door sang behind us, every season felt brand new. Every prayer rose with the morning sun, every promise carried through. Though these roads have changed with time, my heart still knows the way back to that little country home where forever chose to stay. Some houses are built with timber and stone, but the best ones are built with love, laughter, and the songs we carry home. Every morning just before the dawn, Mama's kitchen light was always on. The coffee pot would start to sing while robins welcomed early spring. Daddy laced his old work boots, buttoned up his faded flannel suit. He'd tip his hat before he'd leave and kiss Mama gently on the cheek. The screen door whispered in the breeze, the old oak danced with autumn leaves. Grandma's laughter filled the air, love was growing everywhere. The radio played those country tunes from breakfast time until high noon. Simple songs with honest words, the truest stories ever heard. Back then we never rushed the day, we found joy in simple ways. The coffee pot is still warm, though so many years have gone. Every cup still tastes like home, no matter where I roam. Every sunrise brings me back to that little gravel track where love was served with every smile and life was slow a while. And now my children come around with little footsteps on the ground. They ask me how life used to be. I smile and point toward the maple tree. I tell them stories of those days, of Sunday hymns and country grace, of neighbors stopping just to talk, and evening prayers before our walk. One day these old hands will rest after giving life my best. But every melody I leave behind will live forever in their minds. The coffee pot is still warm, like the love that carried on. Though time has changed almost everything, home remains inside of me. If heaven has a front porch swing and morning birds that softly sing, save a chair beside the fire, I'll be there before too long. Some mornings begin with the sunrise. The best ones begin with family. Every Sunday just before first light, Mama dressed us all in white. Daddy started up the old Ford truck, praying we'd have just enough. The little church stood proud and small, with stained glass windows worn but tall. The bell would ring across the fields, bringing peace no money yields. Miss Eleanor played the old piano. Every hymn felt sweet and slow. Children smiled beneath the pews, learning faith before they knew. After church we'd gather outside, sharing stories filled with pride. Fresh pie cooling on the sill, time stood still upon that hill. Life wasn't measured by what we had, but by the love that made us glad. That little white church on the hill lives inside my heart still. Every prayer still finds its way, though the years have slipped away. Every bell still softly rings in the quiet of my dreams. If I could choose one place once more, I'd walk through that old wooden door. Now the paint has lost its shine. The clock no longer keeps good time, but every memory still remains, like summer sunshine after rain. My grandson asked me yesterday, "Grandpa, did it always feel this way?" I smiled and said, "You'll understand when life has written on your hands." One day when my road is done and I see the setting sun, I hope the first sound that I hear is that old church bell ringing near that little white church on the hill, is calling gently still, where hope was stronger than our fear and love was always near. When I finally close my eyes beneath those endless country skies, I'll meet the ones I've missed so long, and we'll all sing one more song. Some places disappear from the map, but they never disappear from the heart.
Every Friday when the whistle blew, we knew exactly what we'd do. Meet the neighbors down the gravel lane, leave behind another week of rain. Old guitars beneath the neon glow, country songs that everybody knows. Boots kept time upon the wooden floor, while laughter echoed through the old dance hall door. Sarah wore a dress the color of the sky. She smiled like summer in the month of July. I asked her for a slow dance near the band. She took my heart with just one hand. We talked until the moon was high, watching pickup headlights passing by. Nobody hurried, nobody ran. Life moved easy back then. Some nights never truly fade away. They live inside us every day. Friday night on County Road 9, where every memory still feels alive. Steel guitars and old love songs made us believe we'd always belong. Though the years keep rolling on, that little town still sings its song. Friday night on County Road 9, forever young in this heart of mine. Now the dance hall's weathered by the years, but I can still hear music in my ears. The jukebox may have fallen silent now, yet I still remember every vow. Sarah's hand still fits in mine today. passing mile, built on faith, forgiveness, and a smile. We never needed city lights, just stars above those country nights. The greatest treasures that we found were simple dreams on familiar ground. Friday night on County Road 9 still shines brighter than city lights. Every chorus, every dance began with one small chance. If I had one life to live again, I'd choose that road from start to end. Friday night on County Road 9, where love stood the test of time. Some songs end with the final chord, the best ones keep playing in your heart forever.